You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Your favorite rapper's time, your favorite movie star's time, your favorite time, even though you hate, you player hate, but your favorite time, your favorite mogul's time, your favorite entrepreneur's time. You know how we rock. Now let's get into this again, covering live stream topics. How we spoke on how an abusive bum used whatever was around to lure them, and also made lies to other people around them that they don't see yet, or some of them have seen and realized they were being used. But let's talk about the usury. What was another point that was brought up that was very important? Was XxxTentacion lending money to people and holding down the fort? And did his ability to do this being stopped because he did not want to be used this way allegedly lead to something else? Now here's the thing. I don't think it could be argued that money was lent at some point in time because, well, let's not say lent. Maybe it was given because he was getting that cash. He was counting his chicken. Maybe it was given at a point in time, but what was given wasn't enough because they saw what he was worth. If this was going on, would this be motive for someone to not like the way things were being done afterwards? The fact that he chose to give the number he gave after allegedly holding down the fort with yours truly, Isabella, when times were tough, did this lead someone to jealousy that he was a man about making the money and was doing the man thing and doing, let's say, taking care of business the way someone else should have? Did this lead to some type of motive or hatred towards him? Because even though someone talked the good game, he was the one that showed it. Even though someone said that they were the man, he showed he was the man. And even though they did this, they may have kept a closer circle to who was real and chose to keep it that way instead of including people who were not. Was the saying, "You're good now because I know you're good," did that mean something else? Did that allegedly mean something else other than how it's stated? See, because I know something about wordplay, and I know people try and be nifty with wordplay, but we haven't heard not one other affiliate or associate even say something. Matter of fact, to date, I have no other affiliate being clever in their response to him. They were very direct, very earnest, and just flat out said, "I miss you, man. I miss you so much. I cared about you, man." It was very heartfelt. That was the difference. And knowing that, that's what disturbs me. That was the difference. But it comes to someone else and they're just kind of using Joker-like phrases. What is it supposed to really mean? What's the meaning of it? What were they insinuating? What was the reason to be so clever? And then, aside from the usury, we see the model of a clay face. This clay face was missing something in the same exact area he was allegedly attacked. And that is written by investigators that he was attacked in that area. Why is this even a factor? How could this be possible? How could predictive programming be this powerful? How could predictive programming of things he was thinking and plots going around be this powerful to cause a situation of this nature? We don't understand it. Either someone around that's ragging on Miss Cleo is using Miss Cleo, or the truest with this Queen Prodigy was on to something, dealing with vibrations, energy, just overall someone recognizing that someone has bad energy. How is this possible? We see a lot of different things. How could this have been missed? What are the fine lines drawn, and where is the truth compared to what we're being told? versus everything we know to be real. That's my issue. There's too many gray lines to not think boundaries were being overstepped. There's too many shady characters to believe that there's no shade going on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what my issue is. And that ultimately is going to be the downfall of many different people dealing with a situation if that was to be a premeditated factor. Now, in my mind, I don't know. Everything's alleged as far as plotting and things going on within a certain area. But what I know is that he definitely lent someone something at some time. That's known for sure. The next thing that I know for sure is that he definitely helped someone at some time. That is known for sure. Another for sure thing is that he cared about people beyond himself. That's for sure. Another for sure thing, that there were parties. That's for sure. We know that. An even greater for sure thing is that we know there was a sculpture. And we know potentially someone who was within the mix performing in the same manner as the rest of the ladies created it. Why did she find her creativity to work in that way? Why a statue of him and no one else? That's what we don't know. Why? That's where the questions come in. You see how the questions build? And since the beginning, I told y'all everything was going to build. See, vision foresees information before it's even said or released. I foresaw shadiness. I foresaw interaction by certain people who may have a career that fights for what's right. But on the backside, they're allegedly being with their backside up. Normally. I knew these things. Implications of that are all around if you know what to look for. Realizing the true character around you is easy when you learn how to read. It's all about understanding. Something that's lacked by those without the experience, without the ability to see beyond themselves. Did we have a situation where individuals that were affluent to the situation did not see beyond themselves, but only saw someone else was worth this, took it and ran with it? How many people take ideas and run with it every day? How many people take opportunity and run with it every day? That's a positive one. But it seems in our day and age, people are readily able to take the negativity, run with it every day, and make it the chief motive for why they do many different things. This cannot be answered. This is hard to even be questioned. But one thing we know for sure, nothing's right about it. That there's nothing right about making decisions that harm others, nor that cause a deficiency of some sort for others' livelihood. That is indicative of any situation for negative activity to come back to us. If you give energy that's positive and you wish the greatest of an enemy rather than the worst, you battle the outcome of facing the same torment as they would for what it is you wish. That is what we must learn to do. Matter of fact, in decisions, the way they're made, where do you find the loopholes that it was shady? Where do you find fault for someone? Where do you find that someone may not have had great intentions? After this live stream of questioning, discussion, and understanding granted. Look at the characters around that are demeaning the people speaking what they believe to be true in an objective way. Look at those who make comments about people giving their opinion and freely thinking and critical thinking. That would define who's truly hindering progression in an ever-growing generation. You are a hindrance to humanity. Think about it. You're a hindrance to humanity. And when you're fighting against the growth of humanity, out of millions and billions that are growing, you can do nothing but lose. But you know how we rock. All rights reserved.